Hello there.
Okay, go ahead. Any way you want.
Hello there.
Hey, guys.
Hello there. We are going to fix something on Dinoichi. Dinoichi here is known for one thing, which is that he's number one. But in feedback on this toy coming out, I've noticed, since I don't have it yet, that his knee ratchets have got a super powerful spring in them, and it is breaking the bracing joint inside the knee. What we're going to do is some preventative surgery, so say you get this guy right out of the box and you have not moved his knees at all, that's what we're doing. If they've already broken, there are some people who have fixed that too, but I read the description and I had no idea what they were talking about because I didn't have a broken toy in front of me. So I'm going to focus on the preventative stuff. If you want to know what to do, at least the TFW thread has got a lot of people who worked on it. I know Archie Boy posted a pretty lengthy post in there about dealing with a broken knee and an unbroken knee. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do some preventative surgery here, and it mostly involves snipping a spring and removing some screws so we can get at that spring. So.
And we're just gonna watch and give him extra pressure.
Yep.
Because that's a store product. So
yeah. I got to do it right.
Well, we figured it's the only responsible thing to do since we just talked about this whole like getting the set. You might want to do something
That's right.
for it.
Yeah. And we're also shooting a V-build of this, so if you want to see the whole raw, uncut thing, then you're either watching it right now, or you can go check it out. But here on A3U, it's going to be a little truncated just for length.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We'll have a link up in the comments section as well to the actual full video. This is just going to be kind of a summary, just to let you know what the issues are.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into this.
Okay.
We've got basically 3 screws per leg we got to get rid of. Here, here, and here. And it's just the stuff holding the lower leg together.
Yeah.
I've pre-loosened some of these screws for the sake of time. Some of them were pretty sticky, so make sure you got a screwdriver with a good handle on it so you can actually get some torque in there and not accidentally strip the screws entirely.
Yeah, that's bad. A lot of people do end up doing that, and then you're kind of SOL with, I've seen a lot of people open up things and strip the screws, and it's always so sad when you can't get those little things out.
And then it's just stuck in there.
Yeah,
I've been there. I've stripped some screws pretty bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes my fault. Sometimes they were cheap screws.
Yeah. Yes, I've had that happen many times too.
Yeah.
Hate it.
They kind of go like silly putty, and I'm like, well, this was just meant to happen. Also, I haven't done this before, and when I did Columpio's hips, that involved opening up his knee ratchets, and I almost got shot in the face.
Oh.
Yeah.
So let's
I don't
see
have
what happens when
goggles on.
But we do.
Maybe you guys should at home wear something.
cover your eyes.
Yeah, don't end up with a spring in your eye.
I think I've loosened the screw all the way. I don't know. Let's give it another tweak here. By the way, thanks for having me here at ages 3 and up.
Well, thank you for helping us out with this, because I think a lot of the viewers are going to want to know about this. So what's happening right now is going to be really helpful to everybody.
And for those of you who are on my channel, I probably popped their names up already, but this is Boris and Alex of A3UReview.
Hey guys.
Located in the Lougheed Center.
Lougheed Mall.
Lougheed Mall.
Yeah.
Not center. Don't go to the center.
The center's somewhere else.
So I can't actually get this screw. I've twisted it, but it's not coming loose. I think there might be like a glue thing in there. But I also think I can just leverage. Yeah, this is all just leveraging apart. This is the hard bit. No, I should get the screw out.
All right, yeah.
I thought I was going to be clever, but I'm not. So this is the fun part of a V-build like this, when we're kind of experimenting and trying to get a screw to come out.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times it's really frightening, right? When you get this toy and you feel like you're gonna break it. It's always nice to have someone else do it first for you on camera.
Yeah.
But we're testing its limits. If you feel at home that it's kind of not quite working, try not to force it. Sometimes just a little bit of finesse. Or just taking a look.
Take a flathead screwdriver, just get it into the seam and pry it open, like I just did.
Exactly. Use the proper tools. Don't try to force it with your hands if you can't. If you don't have the proper tools, I would say, wait. I made that mistake a lot of times. Using the wrong tools, you will wreck something, and it will be super frustrating while trying to do it with the wrong tools. You got the right tools, and you're doing something like a pro in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Also, the right tools are not that expensive anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here we've got this leg apart. If you want to see what this looks like, so there's a little. This is the piece that breaks when the break happens. This little, I guess, washer.
Yeah.
It's got the gear teeth that's being pushed against the main washer by the screw.
Yeah.
I believe this is the piece that breaks. It's either that or something inside there. Actually, it might be the one inside here. Let me take a look. It's the one inside here. Forget everything I just said.
Okay.
There's a little dash here that should be filled in with plastic. Well, this one is not. And if this dash here is not filled in with plastic, that means it broke. And you're going to have to open this thing up. Apparently do a pretty simple glue job that you just got to leave to dry overnight.
Yeah.
But the description of it, someone describing a joint in text, I have no idea what I'm reading.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
What we want to get at here is this spring, which is on this rod. Now this spring, I just dropped, but I it. Don't worry. Don't drop springs.
Yeah.
That's real bad because they bounce.
And roll.
I'm going to use some modeling nippers here to snip the spring. What I've seen people do is they basically snip an entire rotation and a half off of it.
Oh, really? Wow.
Got it.
Because this spring is ridiculously powerful for the space it's occupying.
Yeah.
If you wanted to not snip the spring, I'm sure there's a way you could, I don't know, compress it over the course of several days by like stacking some books on it. Or you can just
balance it on.
Yeah, or you could just snip the spring.
Yeah.
Seems so much easier if you just snip it.
Yeah.
And yeah, any kind of sprue cutter will do, right?
Yeah, it should anyway. We're going to see in a second. I'm going to cut it in roundabouts here. I'm not sure how clear this is, but I'm basically like there's a whole rotation and a half, and I'm going to clip it here. I wonder if I can zoom in even more. Yeah, I can't see my focus at all, but we'll wing it. It's going to be great. Okay, so I'm snipping it in roundabouts here.
And you're doing it like the second coil there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ish.
One thing about this is pretty much where a lot of people have said they snipped it.
Yeah.
I haven't done it myself, so I'm kind of winging this a little bit.
Cross finger. If you guys are not sure, then maybe, kind of gradually get into it.
Yeah, take off less first.
Yeah, don't over.
Also, this thing is really hard to cut through.
Whoa.
Oh man,
That's tough. That looks pretty tough.
it's
Did you
resisting.
even dent it?
I think there's a nick in there. Let's give that another try. I guess I'll rotate this a bit. These are modeling nippers. I suppose wire cutters might be better for this.
Yeah, it feels like it might end up being sprue cutters are slightly softer.
Yeah, have we got something bigger? Oh wow, this put nicks in the sprue cutter blade.
No way.
That's how tough this spring is.
Wow.
This is a cheapo one I've had at home for years, so it's
Oh wow.
not a big deal.
Let's see here.
Hit the toolbox.
No, this is not the wire cutter I was looking
Those
for.
are pliers.
Yeah.
By the way, for safety's sake, if you are cutting springs, hold on to both ends while you're cutting. I talked about this off camera. If you snip this thing and it uses its full spring power, it's going to shoot across the room and, I don't know, hit somebody in the eye.
Yeah.
And two of us are wearing glasses.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Chances are it's
I'm a
gonna.
risk taker.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me find those.
Okay.
Alrighty. While we're chilling out here on the V-Build
Yeah.
side, Alex.
Yeah.
You got an impressive setup here.
Oh, thank you.
Some really cool gear.
Yeah, what we have here is a camcorder that gets the master shot, which is the wide shot of everybody.
Yeah.
And then we have a Canon DSLR shooting the close-ups. And then we have two lights, one 1,000 watt and a 500 watt.
Oh, I looked right into it. Why did I do that?
I did too.
I had that confidence because there's a screen over it, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh no, it'll diffuse. Ow!
Yeah. And then we also have another microphone on a boom, and then that is our setup.
Yeah.
So it's been working well for us. But if you want a more compact setup, something more mobile, we got this over
I got
here.
my little dinky thing of a tripod, a camera, a light, and a mic.
And that's all you really need.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have
audio, lighting, and camera.
I have kind of too much for doing tour reviews in the first place. Also, while we're just talking,
Yeah.
is there a chance I could get a copy of the footage?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
then this section will be a lot more interesting
Oh, yeah.
than it just being this shot while we're waving our hands around.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
All right.
we can totally do that.
We're gonna have some multicam games for V-Build number
multicam.
whatever this is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I actually don't have.
It's all right.
Well, I hope we can do this. Otherwise, we're going to have to do part two.
I could keep working at
Part
this.
2 will take place at
man.
back in Toronto.
Is there a part where I even damaged the spring, or did I?
I wonder if. You don't
I
think
just
nails
You
saw
would
it.
might
be
have to
any
just
better,
wiggle
right?
it.
Nail clippers might. Wait, I
Oh,
should
I
get
don't
back
know.
in
I
the
usually
shot.
use this to cut all my sprues, and it's
Oh,
super.
I thought you were going to
fast.
say all your toenails.
I can give it a shot.
Why not?
Well, they are pretty sharp.
Better to wreck this thing than the sprue cutter, I guess.
Yeah. Let's gotta get it in there in a way that works. Okay, let's get this shot. Okay, hang on. I got it gripped. I'm gonna, whoop.
Oh.
I'll move to a better power grip to get the pressure going on this thing.
What did the guy on TFW like? What did he use? Did he mention?
I think he just used some nippers.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's more badass ones than what I have.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Holy cow, that is tough.
Not even nail clippers. Okay.
That is
So
tough.
FYI,
Yeah.
this is where the root of the issue is coming from. Is this spring is insanely powerful.
Yeah. You
And
need actual bolt cutters for that.
from what I've seen, it is not a universal break on Dinoichi. Here's the rundown.
Okay.
Some people got this thing, when they moved it, it broke. Some people got this, they were playing with it for days and it was fine.
yeah.
Then one broke, but the other's fine.
Uh-huh.
So it is a very variable tolerance thing. But with this spring completely removed, people have said the friction of the joint was enough to be satisfying.
Oh really?
So as an alternate means, if you don't want to go through all this, you can just remove the spring.
Yeah.
And you'll have a gliding joint, but by all accounts, it will still function as a decent joint.
Okay.
According to several reviewers,
Yeah.
you can check. I think, just off the top of my head, PIA, Ben's Collectibles, and MGO all broke the knees.
Okay.
And as far as I know, the toy was fine for them.
Yeah.
To the point where I think one of them, not PIA, but one of the other two, assumed there were no ratchets in the knees.
Oh really?
Because it was broken already, but it worked fine.
Okay.
So there are alternate solutions to this like craziness of trying to snip a spring.
Yeah.
Although this is also becoming a real fun V-build.
Yeah.
I like it when chaos happens.
Yeah, it's unexpected.
But yeah, over on A3UReview, because it'll be out before this one comes out, because I'm
Yeah.
slow. If you haven't checked that out, we are talking about the vinyl shell for this guy, the
Yeah.
vinyl Triceratops.
That's right.
As well as a little bit of that Ocular Max action.
Which is a pretty awesome figure.
Yeah, getting into some of that, and this part. There's also like an intro bit. We have I don't know what that's going to be, but it'll be pretty incredible.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It's going to be like top marks, high budget. There's going to be flames.
Hollywood production.
There's going to be blood.
Explosions, Michael Bay style.
There's going to be a cut spring.
There's gonna be blood.
No, my finger's out of the blade.
Okay.
It's going to be fine. Oh, come on. Sometimes with these springs, I found if I just bend them like this. Yeah, that's tight. Like, this thing is tough.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow,
bending it
yeah.
like
That is
that took a while.
crazy.
But now at least I have a marked spot
Yeah.
I can focus on.
So this is still one rotation and a half, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
There's like a bit of extra coil up there.
Yeah.
I'm being a bit generous on this as like this is the first one we're doing. So we'll just give this a try.
Yeah.
And see how the ratchet joint feels.
Yeah.
And then proceed from there. It's just wearing down this stuff. That's the trick. I also have a blade.
Oh.
So we can give this a try now that it's flat. Lay it down and see if I can just...
That's a crazy testament to how strong that spring is, eh?
Like, this kind of makes the point of where this fix is coming from.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, you got it?
No.
Oh.
It bounced off.
Oh man.
I'll give these another try.
Now we're going to the to Boris's toe clippers.
Multi tools.
We're just doing the rotation. This is what I do when I can't cut something, is I just take all of my cutting implements and I try them one after the other. And scientifically, all I'm doing is just very slowly wearing
Weakening
down
it, yeah.
stuff, but it makes me feel like I'm getting something done too.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt like there was some give, but I don't know if that was the toe clippers.
The toe clippers.
Man. Let's see. What else do I have in my bag of tricks? Not that much, actually. I'm going to have another go with this. Boris, we were talking about A3UReview in this episode, that this is ostensibly a weird extended part of. Some behind-the-scenes fun for this one.
Yeah, totally.
Let's talk about the shooting order.
Well, we're all about having fun, and we don't necessarily,
Oh!
Did you get
Got it.
Sweet.
That was hard.
Wow,
Yeah.
that took a while, and with 3 different tools.
Yeah, I'm. So the cut end, I'm gonna put down into this pit because there's just a big open pit in there. So the clean end will still be working with this thing, which I thought had a stress mark on it, but doesn't. Nothing to worry about. But this part here, Much like if you've done Columpio's hips and had to open those knees, there's a keyed spot for it to go into there.
Yeah.
That's right.
So all we got to do is reassemble the knee joint.
Oh, why didn't you say so? That's all you have to
If
do,
it's
right?
so simple, an idiot could do it, but I still can't. So I've got this lined up so that I'm pushing so that it locks that inner knee part, and then I'm going to twist this so it goes in. Okay, so now we're locked in. It's kind of loose, but the knee is together. So now all I have to do is replace this part over top. And there's this is a metal pin here, by the way, so that's why this was hard to pry apart. There's a lot of friction from that into this pinhole.
Yeah.
This is a solidly built toy.
Yeah, definitely. And having said, the other side also needs the same fix, right?
It does.
Universal on both sides, right?
Yeah, we don't have to do both entirely on camera.
Yeah.
Given how much difficulty this one was, I was going to allot like 20 minutes for this. We're running at like past 16 already. At least on my raw, like with the front cut out, it might be closer to 15 by now. But
yeah, but just for everyone at home, don't just do the one knee. It's not just the one knee that has the issue. It's both.
Yeah.
We were talking about, like, for some people it's been like both knees breaking, it's been one knee breaking.
Okay.
If you're going to do this preventatively, I would just say do both.
Yeah, you'll want the same kind of feel for both knees anyways.
Yeah.
I'm a stickler for
see how this feels now.
consistency.
How's that?
I got to do this a bit tighter because you know what? I didn't get the teeth to lock together.
Oh, okay.
Or did I
do
assemble
you have
this?
to just
No,
press
no, I assembled it backwards. That's what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, that can happen.
I was not paying enough attention to where the screw holes were. So here's another thing that'll be a big pro tip. Don't assemble it backwards. Because then you have the teeth of the gear, right, going against the completely smooth outside of the knee.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you get that kind of smooth action, you know you've done the wrong side.
Yeah.
And it's easy to mix up. So, before you actually put it back on, take a good look at, where the knees are kind of
Yes,
at.
take a look at what's where.
Yeah.
Have a little bit more wherewithal than I just demonstrated. I think I'm going to need my flathead to pry that again. But yeah, this is the beauty of the V-build.
Yeah.
When we screw up, we just keep talking.
Yeah. And we do it again.
And you guys get to learn from our screw-ups so you don't do the same.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, though, like, looking at it, it is actually a very simple process.
Oh, yeah.
You pull the spring out, you clip it. If we just had a good set of wire clippers, that would have cut that spring in 2 seconds. And, I mean, even you working at it a little bit with this.
I was able to do it with the nippers.
You were able to do it with the nippers.
I just had to bend the wire a bit here and there.
Yeah, I think based on what you've shown us, it's not a complicated process. It's actually just opening up the legs and then shortening the spring and then putting it back together, and then there's your fix.
Yeah, it's just physically difficult.
Not too bad for a quick fix, honestly.
Yeah.
There's some much more complicated fixes that I know of.
Yeah.
The third-party world.
I've had some people describe to me how to fix Unique Toys Siegfried because I didn't understand it when I read the threads.
Oh wow.
Because there was all these it's very difficult to read a text description of an open joint in a complicated toy that's not in front of you.
Oh.
Yes, definitely.
So I've discovered.
Yeah. So by doing this, explain to the viewers what exactly is going on within that knee now that that fix has been performed.
Well, now that we've got less push from the inside from that spring.
Yeah.
Ideally, we will still have a working ratcheting knee joint, but it won't be like super clicky.
Yeah.
And it won't be putting enormous pressure on the thin gray tab holding the gear parts together.
Yeah.
Because that basically, whenever you have a break like that, you got to think about the physics of it, where the fulcrums are happening, and where the pressure's being focused on the weakest point.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So
there. Oh yeah.
Nice.
See, that's a nice buttery clicky ratchet.
Yeah.
Let's take a risk with this one.
Oh,
it's much louder.
Yeah.
So much louder, and
it
really
feels
forces,
okay, right? When I'm doing it like this.
Yeah,
that's a
but
risk I'm taking.
There's a risk, yeah.
And I can hear that. I can feel the snap inside here of the spring going like snap, snap, snap.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it's still locking fine, like I think I can even hold. Yeah, I can hold him
Yeah.
up by the ratchet joint, and
It's
he's not
pretty strong.
He's not going down unless I hit him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a much nicer feeling ratchet,
Yeah.
and it's more in line
And-
with some of these other ratchets on him.
It still feels solid even after you've done that.
Yeah, like we were talking about when Boris was bravely trying to find wire cutters. Some people have just removed the spring
Yeah.
and found that the tension of the connections is enough to just have a smooth friction joint that is
Yeah.
still satisfying.
Oh wow! Wow.
So if you
Great.
don't want to go through all this, you could just pull the springs out, which I believe is actually one of the fixes on Siegfried's combiner connectors for the legs.
Oh, wow,
Just
nice.
removing that spring because there's so much plastic tension already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'll do this other leg off camera, and then on the V-Build side, we'll pop back in and just see the finished deal.
Yeah.
But on the A3U side, I think we're gonna be moving on to the next segment.
That's
yeah,
right.
definitely.
So we did it. Cutting the spring the second time was much easier now that I knew to basically, like, take the spring, right? Grab a handful of it with the nippers here, bend it till it's straight, grab some more, bend it some more, grab the part I wanted to cut, and just grab it, wrench it left and right until it kind of just ripped apart like a piece of meat.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause these springs are ridiculous.
They are tough.
I actually picked one up, and I've never felt a spring in a toy that is this robust. It's not only thick on the coil itself, but it doesn't feel like there's any kind of. I mean, it's supposed to be a spring, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like a bed spring. You know,
Yeah.
it's so thick. Like when I cut it the first time, or sorry, the second time, I was looking at it, and like it half ripped. So half of the cylinder was ripped.
Yeah.
The other half was still holding so tight I couldn't cut through it till I ripped the other half off. Like I
Yeah.
said, like fibers.
Wow.
It was like fibrous meat.
Yeah.
But we've got this dude working both of his knees, still ratcheting, but
Yeah.
much more friendly.
Yeah,
than
yeah,
before.
totally.
Yeah, definitely, and still, stiff enough. Like, actually, more than ample, stiff enough to do some great poses with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can still hold him by the, well, here. Okay, let's start him fresh. No fulcruming. Shake him a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, shake him a bit, he'll go.
Yeah.
You can hold him still by the knee ratchet still, so that's good. So yeah, if you hold your toys upside down and shake them by their legs, he still has some strength. Not a
Yeah.
whole lot of strength,
Yeah.
but some strength.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for joining me here on a V-Build.
Yeah, well, this was a good fix. I think it was very educational, and the viewers definitely are very appreciative of your time.
Like, we hope so anyway. Like, I'll look at the comments section. Now,
Yeah.
now people are going to be egged on, where every
Yeah.
comment is going to be like, man, the most useless V-Build. All that time spent on the spring, you amateur. But yeah.
It's actually, for some of the viewers of our channel, I mean, we have received comments before, like, for example, when we did the Volar, they actually were quite happy that we showed even though it's seemingly simple, sometimes just seeing someone do it, doing it at the right angle or whatever, it just makes your life easier. Like I said, we go through the messiness for you. We go running around looking for wire cutters in the middle, while you have the benefit of just having all that prepped
Yeah.
before you do.
Or fast forwarding, or just,
Yeah, exactly.
having a real good dump while you're watching a video on your phone, you weirdo. So, yeah, that's the V-Build.
All right.
Thanks
Yeah.
for joining me. Alex and Boris from A3UReview.
And thank you, Chris, for joining us at
Yeah.
the A3U review.
Yeah.
over there.
Absolutely.
Over there.
Yeah.
And over here.
Yeah.
And if I had my phone out, one over here. If I had a webcam up, it'd be one back there too. Security camera, I don't know, maybe. It's
Yeah.
in there.
Cool. Well, it was good having you, and hopefully we'll have you back.
Oh, I'll let you guys know if I'm in the area. You'll be sick of me by visit too. But as for the rest of you guys, I don't know what I have coming up next in the V-Build. I don't know what number this is, but whatever's coming up next, things will be built.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it was fun, man.
Yeah. Out!
All right.